Hi guys, it's Michelle. I just had a Zoom today and I wanted to talk about something that actually can affect your baby's development, which is a lazy eye. Now, first of all, it is really common for people to say it's really normal for a baby to have a lazy eye. Now, what they should be looking for really in what's more normal is when your baby's, let's say, a little bit tired, or been doing a lot, or it's been a long day for them, their eyes can fatigue. I'm sure all of you have pulled an all-nighter, or you're driving along and you're tired and you shouldn't be on the road, and you'll actually feel like your eyes separating, right? Those are your eye muscles going. And I don't care how much you roll the windows down or put the AC on and all that, you really should be pulling over because your eyes are just fatiguing out. And at that point, you're not going to get them back. It happens way more often with your baby. And so you might see, I can do it with my right eye, where the eye starts to come in a little bit, or it can go out or up, and, or you might see a little bit wonky. However, these are things you should look forward to where your baby's astigmatism or lazy eye could be causing development. Now, first of all, I used a couple of terms there. Now, nobody thinks that they have to teach your child to see. That's the one milestone. Nobody thinks that it's possible. Babies just see. However, what you need to know, if you're starting to see a very dominant one eye in or both eyes in, both eyes meaning bilateral, eyes coming in, or it could be intermittent where the one eye is coming in and the other eye is coming in, and then sometimes both. But when you're seeing this more often than not, I highly recommend, first of all, you discuss it with your pediatrician, but more so that you're seeing an eye specialist, either an optometrist or an ophthalmologist, to make sure that this is it's due to the structure of the eye, which is astigmatism, which meaning the inside pupil of the eye or some other force might be causing the structure of the eye to wanting to come in. Now, you might look at it as weakness, but sometimes it's a dominant. Children, let's say, that have suffered birth trauma might have a much higher probability of this happen. And this can be, again, where the muscle is pulling the eye in, right? Causing the strabismus, an eye alignment issue, or the astigmatism. So your approach of care might be different, where you might be patching for one child to strengthen the muscle, it's out, and then it's, or you might be doing glasses or both. So, but again, this is something you work out with your doctor. You need to know if there's a cause for this. Please, 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 especially if your child's had any kind of rough start, you need an examination, not, oh, it's too early to tell. No, it's okay you can examine a day-old baby for vision, much less a 6-month-old or a year-old. You shouldn't see the eye coming in really past 8 months to 10 months of age. I would not go into a year-old with seriously having a very good eye examination. That being said, how can astigmatism or strabismus, lazy eye, however you're looking at it, might cause issues with development? First of all, a baby will not do something they can't do, right? And so if my eye's turning in, what can I do? I can't look off to the side. What do I have to do to look off to the side? And you guys can do this at home. If you can't do the one eye, right? I'm a little funky. Do both eyes. So first of all, with good vision, just look back and forth and you'll see that neutral. I can do left and right, right? But if I have one eye turning in, right, I now have to move all the way here to see. And then this side, I can just go here. But this side, if you notice, my nose almost has to go with my ear. When a baby doesn't have great balance, that is a high movement that they have to do. That's a big, long movement. So I either now have to counter, oops, I might fall down, or I might go here, oops, I might fall down. Well, guess what? I don't want to fall down. So then I stop looking to that side. And then you might see it in movement, right? And I'm going to just use my little baby doll here for a little quickie on that. So when a child is just lying there, you might see what you think is an unresolved or torticollis because they're just more dominant, but if the eye is turning in, right, the head might be turning in. So that's one thing to look at. Make sure if the eyes are doing this and you also see an alignment issue, again, please speak with your doctor. I'll move this down just a little bit more, right? Now, let's say, again, I'm doing tummy time. In tummy time, you might see your child here, right? But you also might see where they're becoming eye dominant, where the right eye is maybe coming around, because again, they can't look from the left to the right, and you'll see an eye dominance. You might see when they go to roll over that they only roll to the one side because of a eye dominance. When you see them now playing, you might see them playing more with their right hand, let's say because of the eye dominance, versus with their left and right hand because they have good vision. Coming to sitting, you might only see that they come to the one side of the eye dominance, where this side is just, again, now you'll start to see a visual midline. Coming to sitting, and this is around 6.5 months, where that visual midline has not set up because the eye is turning in, the left eye on this one. I can't come to sitting this way, I'm going to come to sitting this way. And then this is where I'm consulting with someone right now, is she can very easily go off to the right and crawl. The left she just can't come over. She can only go straight or over. Now, if her future was not getting any kind of help working on the crawling and all that kind of thing, even long term, she's going to be so used to coming to the right, this way is difficult, so she'll butt scoot all around. But maybe later on in school, she's fine looking to the teacher here or here, but over here, now she might have to move her seat because her eyes need to come into alignment, right? It will be hard to do sports because, again, it almost creates a visual blind spot, what that's going there. Another thing is going into standing and walking, even those kind of milestones. You have a standing leg, typically it's your left leg because most of us are right-handed, so yes, it is reversed at times, or depending on your situation. And then we have what's called a kicking leg, right? But when I've been already sitting and going over here, guess what? My kicking leg is also my standing leg. And so when I go to walk, what am I standing on and what am I walking on? And again, just veering off center. Some of these can be a little bit extreme, and this is why you're having, I wouldn't say global delays, but slight developmental delays, maybe a club crawl because the eye can't come around, but they were showing deviations in your milestone momentum. However, it just might be so difficult to see, right? You might be where you just can only play at a 2 to 3 foot range because of the eye strain. Sometimes this happens, one eye doesn't need a script, let's say, and the other eye needs a script. And so convergence just can't happen. And then you also see the eye coming in. So again, if you have any concerns, please, please, please see your ophthalmologist, your optometrist, your eye doctor, right? Really get a thorough examination, not, oh, they should be fine, come back in 3 months, especially too, if you've had a little NICU time, maybe an NG tube, cannulation, or again, where muscles might be affected by medical placement. And make sure you get a thorough examination. That's what you're paying for anyway. And then please also look at your child's milestone momentums. Are they in range? And if you're starting to see the discrepancies in both, right? I always say this, when you improve movement of the eyes, you improve all movement in the body, but please make sure that their milestones are as nice and strong and synchronized as they should be, as well as having good vision. So if you have any questions and comments below, by all means, but this is where you can take one little thing, which might be a lazy eye, which somebody might be saying is normal for your baby. But if your baby has a couple of complications going with it, no, let's catch it before it goes into something that we need to have a really systematic plan to help your child. By all means, don't let anybody fluff you off. That's not a part of life. You're here to get answers. This is the internet. There are people around the world that can help you besides myself, but still, this is a place to go. Post your video in my group, Movement Lesson for Parents and Practitioners, on Facebook. I have amazing vision courses to help you because, like I said, the one milestone nobody thought they'd have to help your child do is to see, right? And so you can always improve vision. I don't care if you're a world-class baseball player. I can improve your movements and vision just as much as I can for that world-class baby at 6 months. Thanks so much.